Good evening, football and kit fans. This is a brand new show coming from you from Talking Kit. This is us bringing you the strip down. What a Friday it's been. So yeah, this is the strip down, brand new live show coming from you from the Talking Kit lads. About time we dipped into the live shows. So I thought, what better way to do it than preview the upcoming Premier League weekend fixtures by looking at the kits each team are going to wear and have a little chat about how we think the games are going to go. So I'm joined, as always, by one of the Talking Kit lads. It's Can't Fit Crooked, but as I know him is James. What's going on, James? You right?
Very good. I know we'll move on to it shortly, but it's been a good day, hasn't it, for United? So, yeah, good day.
A very good day. And we're joined, finally it's happening, this link-up that we've been talking about for a long time. We've got CFC Jay coming in. He's already sick of hearing about Ronaldo. He's already told us we're limited to 5 minutes, I think he said. What's going on, Jay? It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, man. Bless. I'm all good. Looking forward to the episode and appreciate you boys having me, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Like, I had to reach out. Like I said, we've been trying to chat for a bit about doing something together. So it's obviously right that we did it and got you involved in the show. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Hit us in the comments with each fixture who you think's gonna win which game, and yeah, just let us know what's going on with football this weekend. Who you're looking forward to seeing? What games you're excited for? Big up to Heart Design and Prince locked in on the show. So yeah, just let us know. We're gonna be going through each fixture for the weekend and just giving us our opinions. So let's start off with, I think we have to talk about it just because it's been a crazy sort of 12 hours or so. Most United fans woke up this morning probably feeling a little bit depressed, thinking Ronaldo was going to City. Couldn't quite believe that news. But obviously we get to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and he's signing for Manchester United. James, going to take your take on it. What you thought about it?
We had a little discussion last night, didn't we? And like I was saying before to you guys, I'd sort of resigned myself to the fact that he was going to go to the blue half of the city, and that was sort of it. And his legacy was in tatters as far as I was concerned. And now this has happened. So happy. There's still gaps in that team that need improving. But listen, if we're gonna have anyone back, then it's got to be him, hasn't it? And yeah, it's a great signing overall. Not too concerned about the money side of it. Just glad that we've got him back as opposed to him going to Man City instead.
Well, that's it. For most of the United fans, obviously, were burning shirts this morning on Twitter. So now, obviously, rejoicing that he's coming back to Old Trafford. As a rival fan, Jay, how do you see the signing?
Yeah, you know what? It's a good signing for you. Obviously, it's Ronaldo coming back home, as you boys would call it. But I'm not really that fussed by it. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I still think, like James has said, there's holes in your squad that you probably could have spent the money elsewhere. But for 20 odd million to get arguably what the second best, in my opinion, best player in the world, you can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean? You can't go wrong. And you still do need a vocal for him. I don't think Cavani and Greenwood would have been, like, going forward. I still don't think they would have been the answer. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I preferred that he went to you boys over Man City, and maybe this will stop you getting Haaland next season as well. So for me, I'm not too bad of it, innit? But anyway, like, look, he's coming to the best league in the world. So for me, as a person that just enjoys football, it's good to have him in the Premier League and have him back.
No, I fully agree in terms of that. So big shout out to the Tier of Our Lives podcast. Link up with us coming very, very soon. So you need to look out for that. Do you think it was a tactical masterclass by Mendes, considering Man City never put forward a proposal? So there's obviously going to be a bit of back and forth now. Obviously, City backed out. City were never really in for him. There's obviously the other side. Ronaldo actually turned them down to come back to United. Obviously, Mendes plays a big part in that. But from what I've heard, that he was trying to proposed City to Ronaldo to City last week, well before Harry Kane came out saying that he was staying at Spurs. So it seems like it's been in the work for a while for City. It's just the last 24 hours, United seem to have come in and stolen a match. So, James, if I just ask you, do you think it was planned that it would rile City up and get United involved, or do you think it was a case of United have said, we can't allow him to go there? You know, Rio's phoned him, Evra's phoned him. Do you think it was United have stolen a match and got a coup, or do you think we've been lumbered with another expensive signing?
Well, we hope not for the latter part. But I think there's definitely links with City. I think there was too many solid sources for him to not be linked. Again, there might not have been an official bid, but the way modern football is now, they tend to do the bid as the last thing. They seem to speak to the agent first, player next. That's all agreed. Now let's talk to the club. I don't know why that's a thing. It seems to happen with Varane for Manchester United earlier on in the season. So I think there was definitely interest there from City. I know it wasn't Pep's top target. I don't think that was ever, it wasn't ever their key sign. I think he always wanted Kane. And yeah, perhaps United did have a little, some concerns about letting this go. Again, the Glazers are under pressure still, as they should be, and they need to act on things like this. So Alex might have been in Ronaldo's ear. I don't think it was an intentional thing from the agent, but it's worked out quite well the way it has happened. And ultimately, do we care? Do we care at the minute?
Like I was saying, I was saying earlier, it's one of those opportunities that no football club could pass up. I don't care who you are. If you're offered, maybe if Man City, obviously, Man City didn't want Kane, didn't want Messi, didn't want Ronaldo, so they think they're too good. But most other teams, when you're presented with an opportunity of signing Ronaldo or Messi or a player of that caliber, you're more than likely going to take it. I know, Jay, you've done a lot of your business this summer. You're very happy. You think you're going to win the league and whatever, and every reason to be confident this season, Chelsea fans. So if you'd have been offered Ronaldo, say before you got Lukaku, would it be a signing you think Chelsea would have made?
You know what? Yeah, for me personally, I would have said no to Ronaldo. Like if we couldn't get any of these striker options, like a Lukaku or Haaland or a Kane, for instance, and then it got to come down to it where Ronaldo's on the table and he's there and you can get him, then I'll be like, all right, cool, because we needed a number 9. Not that I do think he's a out and out number 9, but he can play straight through the middle. But for me, I don't know, man. I would love Ronaldo or Messi, more Messi on my part. But I just feel like if we would have signed him, it kind of goes against everything that we're going with at the moment in terms of transfers and building and our project. And I kind of do feel like you have gone against your own project right now by signing Ronaldo. I feel like Ole now is going to have to adapt his tactics in order to fit Ronaldo, if that makes sense. I do feel like he's going to have to do that. But yeah, like obviously, look, I wouldn't sit here and say I would never want Ronaldo or Messi at my club, because of course I would. But yeah, with Lukaku now, I don't think he's needed. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say Ronaldo would be needed. But if we didn't get Lukaku, we couldn't get Kane or Haaland, and they got to this stage of the transfer market like you have today, and Man City were linked as well, then of course I would like my club to go in for him, especially for the money. But yeah, I just don't think. I think at his age and the wages, it just goes against everything that Chelsea's trying to do.
Yeah, no, I can fully agree with that. And a lot of the stuff that's come out, a lot of people are saying the same thing about all he's gone against. Gone against his policy and stuff, young players. But I think with Ronaldo, like I say, I don't think you can turn it down. I think we're in a predicament at the moment with Cavani obviously going to Uruguay, could miss a lot of games. You're taking a lot of goals out the side there, you see. So you're hoping maybe that he's not going to disrupt the team too much, and he's going to come and get us the goals we need. And it's just imagining how Sancho and Rashford and Greenwood must be thinking, to think we've got 2 years with one of the best players ever here. Like,
yeah, no, definitely.
What we can learn from him in 2 years, and he brings an elite mentality. He's a winner. He's a leader. It can only help us, and I'm hoping. And I was really excited before I was on a stream, and I was saying we should be challenging for the league now. I expect us to be right up there challenging for the league. The midfield's a concern, but with a player like that, there's little excuse now. We can't be making excuses for not challenging.
Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely.
100%.
But I think Isabel there raises a good point. I think that's similar to what we just said. Obviously, the Red Devils are crazy. I'm still confused with their country reactions because, like, there's reports coming out. United didn't look at Ronaldo this summer just purely because they didn't think he was available. But yeah, like I've reiterated a couple of times, once he becomes available, I don't think you can be saying no. The team of our lives again. Not sure if you guys saw, but we opened the Panini sticker pack from the 07-08 season last week. And I got Ronaldo. I feel partly responsible. I actually listened to that episode the other day in the car, and I was laughing, obviously. I think it was Oliver that's a United fan, and he opened the pack. Second sticker was Ronaldo wearing, obviously, the shirt I've got on today. So, hey, mate, if you're the catalyst for Ronaldo coming, I'll clap you all day long, mate.
No, a CDM next time. CDM.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Hargreaves? You think we can get him back?
Just on the topic of Ronaldo, and obviously it's talking kit, and we do talk about kits a lot. Squad number, Aaron. That's my next concern. I don't want him to have some rascal number though.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Obviously, I think there is precedent set where he could actually still take number 7. I think you have to the end of the transfer window to change squad numbers. I believe. Don't quote me on that. So he still could
be fine. I think he'll be fine because Cavani hasn't played with the number 7, innit?
No, but so I think he has got to the end of the transfer window. So hopefully it takes 7. If not, and I wouldn't back against Cavani saying no. I don't want to give it up. It's
Apparently
my number.
Sancho, didn't he?
Well, apparently Ollie didn't have the balls to ask him for Sancho, and obviously
there's no way he says no to Ronaldo.
You don't know, bro. You don't know. But I think if he doesn't take 7, for some reason I've got it in my head, he'll take number 28. Which is what he had with
Sporting
Lisbon, yeah. So I think, and if you take 7 away from 28, it leaves 21, which is going to be coming. So,
but that's it. We've had 12 minutes, mate. What's going on? We said 5 minutes.
But no. I see Valaz have popped in again. I'll open Carrick when we get you boys on. Hey, I hope you do.
Yes, please.
Hope you do. Maybe a Casemiro or someone like that. I'll take or a Basuma. I'd rather take that. But all right, yeah, that's enough for Ronaldo. We've had a chat. We had to get off our chest. Obviously, be big Reds. But it's good to get a rival fan's perspective and seeing what you guys think. Big shout out to Karina as well, locked in, giving us the clap. I hope not. I've had it before. It's not worth having. To be honest.
That was
right. So should we get into this week's show? So I'll give you the premise. Yeah. So like we said, so this is a preview show of the weekend's fixtures, and we're just going to go through. Obviously, what made me think of this idea in this show is I definitely wanted to get Talking Kit into some live content, and doing one around kits is obviously where we want to go. So I'm a big fan of, obviously, massive fan of kits. And obviously, one thing I like about the weekend is when the Premier League release a GIF and it shows you all the kits that are being worn by the Premier League over that weekend. Sometimes it makes me get mad because I see some kits that shouldn't be worn. Teams wearing away kits for no reason. So I thought, well, let's build a show around it. So I've managed to do that. So what we'll do is we'll go through the weekend's fixtures. Just have a chat about them, what we think is going to happen, who do you think is going to win. And then, yeah, we'll have a look at the table at the end, and that's pretty much the show. So the first fixture we've got this weekend, James has popped out again. He obviously don't want to be a part of this fixture. Yeah, so the first fixture this weekend is tomorrow morning. We've got Man City against the Arse. Name says it all. 12:30 kickoff on BT Sport. Obviously, both teams are wearing their home shirts, which obviously I don't mind too much. So, yeah, Jay, big game, important game, bigger game for Arsenal than probably City. Obviously, buoyed by that 6-0 drubbing of West Brom in the week. City obviously coming off that emphatic home win against Norwich. I'll ask you for your thoughts first on this one, and Jay.
Kind of say, hopefully Arsenal's goalkeeper actually wears his goalkeeping kit this week.
Yes.
Talk about that in episode 3. Yeah.
I don't know what that was about, but yeah. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you that Arsenal's shit. We all know they're shit.
Yeah.
But we also know Man City, right? They'd either turn up tomorrow and they'd absolutely slap Arsenal 3-4-0, right? Or you get that City that turns up, that's not quite at it, and it could easily be a 0-0. As bad as Arsenal have been, right? Man City against, I've seen them against, especially against Arsenal in the past as well, where they haven't turned up and they've kind of gone through the game at like first, second gear, and Arsenal have been kind of sturdy, and it's ended up in a really boring 90 minutes. So I can see it happening tomorrow. Like, I really do feel that Man City not signing a striker is going to be their demise of them this season. Like, all right, cool, they didn't have a striker last year, but everyone now is strengthened. I think they're going to be challenged much harder than they was last year, and I don't know. I think it's either going to be a 0-0 or a 3-4-0 to Man City personally.
Yeah, James, what are you thinking?
I think it was the same fixture last year, 1-0 to City. So it wasn't a sort of a cricket score or anything like that. Just like to say that hopefully City play in the home kit a lot this season and not that third kit.
Oh, that's their pajamas, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the one from Sports Direct that they've all been given. But no, I think Arsenal, a bit of a confidence booster, obviously, in the Cup midweek. I still think City are strong favourites for this one. I'm going to go 2-0 City, I think.
Yeah, I think City's home form is going to be quite important. I think they're going to make it a bit of a fortress, having, the free fans back, make it quite important for them in the stadium. Arsenal, going off that Chelsea result, it could be anything. The way Chelsea just ripped them apart. City will likely do the same. Jesus playing on the right hand side. Probably a lot of fans looked at that and was like, really? But 2 assists. He played outstanding. Good link up with Kyle Walker. I can't see anything other than a City win, to be honest with you. And I think it could be a long afternoon for Arsenal. As good as their kits are, the team just doesn't match up. And the signings they've made, to think we've got Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo for less than what they've paid for their signings, just kind of shows you the mess they're in. It's funny. It is funny to watch. Mainly the fans, mainly the fans on absolute meltdown. I've had Arsenal fans trying to talk to me about Ronaldo and not winning the league this season. I was like, stick to your relegation battle. I don't know why you're getting in a conversation about winning leagues. Like, you're nowhere near. And we've been there. We've been nowhere near winning leagues. But yeah, I feel sorry. I do feel sorry for some Arsenal fans that are actually all right. In the minority. I know you don't, being from London and that, Jay, obviously, but the ones I know that are quite decent, it ain't nice because, like I say, we've been there with United the first few seasons after Fergie went. It was quite bad. So yeah, it's not nice seeing what they're going through for the good Arsenal fans. But yeah, nothing but a City win for me. It could be 3-4-0 easily. So yeah, that's Man City v Arsenal Saturday. 12:30 kickoff, and that is on BT Sport for you. It should be a good game, kicking off the weekend with a good game. Next, we move on to the 3 o'clocks. The first of the 3 o'clocks we've got here is Aston Villa versus Brentford. Aston Villa at home. 3 o'clock kickoff. James, what are you thinking about this one?
Should be interesting. Brentford, it's a good story for them, and I think they've got nothing to lose, really, have they, in a lot of these fixtures. This is a good fixture for them to sort of see where they are. Obviously, the Arsenal game, it's a cup final, isn't it? Premier League debut and stuff. Not too sure. How did they get on? Was it Leeds did they play in the last game?
Crystal Palace.
Was it Palace?
Brentford.
Yeah, 0-0 was it against Palace?
Yeah, 0-0. Yeah, you're right.
Palace,
0-0,
yeah.
So it's a good little game for Brentford again, just to see how they fare against Villa. Villa are on the up a little bit. Danny Ings is banging form, and I think that's why I'm going to lean towards a home win for Villa. Looking up their last sort of results previously, obviously Brentford not been in the top flight in the Premier League at least. Villa in the top flight at least have won 5 and drawn 1, and then between 2016 and 2019, Brentford didn't lose against Villa, sort of in the Championship and so on. So. Good little game. I'm going to go 2-1 Villa. I think, like I say, the likes of Danny Ings will probably see them over the line.
Jay, what are you thinking about the game?
Yeah, to be fair, I think it'd be quite an open affair. I think it'd be quite a good game, like to watch. I feel like Brentford, they done really well against Arsenal, and then against Crystal Palace, I thought Crystal Palace was actually the better team against them. They're probably lucky to get a 0-0 result. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Danny Ings and Brandeo, I think probably be the two players that will make it happen for Villa against them, and I'm gonna go 2-0 as well to Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually captained Danny Ings in my fantasy, because I actually expect him to get a goal or two against them. So yeah, hopefully it'll be an open game. But yeah, I think Villa will take this one.
Cool. Yeah, I mean the kits. I can understand Brentford wearing the away kit, red and white stripes against the maroon and light blue. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be entertaining. I think Villa might have the edge. Coming off that massive result in midweek. I know he changed the team a little bit, but it's always good to get a little bit of confidence going. Villa beating Newcastle as well. Danny Ings, banging form, great goal last weekend. Quite surprised he didn't get in the England squad. Bamford's in there, but you probably say Ings has been in better form going back end of last season into this. Yeah, it might be tight, but I could probably see Villa just edging it in this one. But I think it'll be an entertaining game. Brentford have impressed me so far. I think the decent bet on them staying up probably this season. And I didn't really give him much of a chance. I just thought, I know it's only 2 games in, but surprised me a lot more going off the Arsenal game. So I think it'll be a good game. Probably see Villa edging it 2-1, maybe 1-0. So yeah, that's Aston Villa, Brentford this Saturday.
Boring kit, by the way, for Villa. They never changed, do they? I swear they've had that kit for about 10 years.
Pretty much. I think the last Kappa one they had was quite. I think it was a retake on the classic one. They've had some decent ones, but I think maroon, because there's so many maroon and light blue teams. Yeah. I just think it all looks the same. That could be Burnley, West Ham.
Yeah, it could. Yeah,
they all could. There's not much you can do with them, to be fair. So
definitely.
Yeah, and Kappa. I like Kappa sometimes, but unless you're in a gym 24/7, you can't wear them, can you? Skin tight, terrible. So it should be a good game. This next one, Saturday kickoff. Newcastle v Southampton. No, that's not the right one. There you go. Newcastle v Southampton. This could be hard one to call, I guess. Going off both teams' form, but start with you, Jay. What are you thinking on this one?
To be fair as well, by the way, their kits are both really atrocious. Again, Newcastle a bit like Villa, pretty much same kit for me for the last 10 years as well. I just see the exact same kits every time. But you know what? I think Southampton have got a great little side. Obviously, Livramento was absolutely unbelievable against you boys. They've got good. I think that Armstrong played decent as well against you. Probably should have won the game against you lot as well. Obviously, Newcastle got Wilson, St. Maximum, who are massive threats. I'm going to go 2-1 to Southampton. I'm not going to lie. Brozier has also scored his first 2 goals in midweek for them on loan from us. But I doubt he'll get any. He probably will be on the bench for the first time this weekend. But yeah, I think Southampton have got a decent little side there, to be fair. I think that's Simasu. Wait, what's his name? Simasu or whatever his name is, the centre back. I thought he had a really good game as well. They're signing in the summer. So yeah, and Livramento, man, he's an absolute baller. We got a buyback clause on him, and I really enjoyed watching him against you boys, man. He absolutely man of the match performance, and I think there'd be too much for Newcastle.
No, yeah, he had a great game. Yeah, a couple of instances he tore down our left hand side and. Really impressed with him. Didn't know much about him, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, don't know a lot about Chelsea youth players, but from what I heard, the academy has been producing some absolute outstanding players. So very much impressed with him. I know they've gone and got a left back now as well, haven't they? So as well as you, obviously striker as well. So yeah, I think a lot of people wrote Southampton off with Ings going and is it Vestergaard?
Vestergaard,
yeah. But I think they're trying to play a different way, but still keeping the same Hassan Hüttl sort of core of his of how he sets up his teams. Played really well against us in large parts of the game on Sunday. So I think it'll be all right. Newcastle in the mud, aren't they? I mean, Again, it's one of them teams that are, Premier League staple. You expect them to be up there, near enough challenging for Europe. Maybe not Champions League, but definitely Europa League. And they've just been run into the ground by the manager, and it is a shame to see. But not many signings. I could see Southampton getting a win. If not, I'll probably side more with a draw. What are you thinking, James?
Before you said it, I was thinking a draw, to be honest, for this game. Shout out to Hummel. You don't see much Hummel in the Premier League these days, do you? As an outfit. No, I think this will be a draw. I'm going to say one apiece. To be honest, we've not seen much of Newcastle this season, but yeah, I'm going to say a draw on that one.
Poxy soon.
Stop for some comments. Al Ray Fitness, big up lads. United fans would have you given up Ronaldo for Harry Kane and a quality DM? Jay, thoughts on Koundé up the Chelsea? Would I give up Ronaldo for Harry Kane? Do you know what? I'd probably say no. I'd rather have Ronaldo for 2 seasons. Obviously, Cavani's going to go in the summer. I would expect United to still go for Haaland next summer as well. Get rid of a bit more of the deadwood. Lingard, James, there you go. Martial. There's a space there for Haaland. So, no, I wouldn't. But I definitely want a quality DM. That's the most important. What about you, James?
It's a tough question. I suppose what you've done there is, Aaron, is sort of had the foresight to think that we're going to be competing more next season. Kane's a quality player, different obviously in the style to Ronaldo, more of an out-and-out striker. Look, let's just enjoy Ronaldo. I'm still concerned about that defensive midfield position. It would be nice to fill that, but again, it's the way the board work at the moment for the club. They just seem to go for the marquee signings and perhaps sort of neglect the key areas. But yeah, I will say, just for nostalgia purposes, Ronaldo.
Yeah, Jay, what you can weigh in on who you would prefer if you want.
I would take Harry Kane personally over Ronaldo, just for the longevity of it. I think he's in his best years right now. I think he'll be better for you in the future, and you're not 100% guaranteed to get Haaland next summer as well, with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid lurking about. And then Koundé as well. Big up as well. We've got Chelsea inside in the comments. It's at the moment, it's like touch and go. I'm getting reports saying that he's flown over to London today. He's not in the squad for the weekend's game. And then there's reports, obviously, that West Ham are being West Ham, and they're playing really. They're just apparently the deal is near enough done. And then I'm hearing that now they want to do a loan deal because of Zuma's knee that happened 5 years ago. So it's proper frustrating. But I do expect us to sign Koundé by Tuesday. I think we will get that transfer done, but it still does rely heavily on Kurt Zuma going out the door.
Can I just ask you quickly, Jay, your thoughts on Zuma as a player?
You know what? I've always liked Zuma. I was gutted when he got injured because he was doing really well at the time under Mourinho, and he was playing next to John Terry and that. He's come back. He had a good little loan spell at Everton. I've always rated him, but you know what it is? It's just on the ball. He doesn't fit how Tuchel wants to play. Tuchel likes, as you can see, with Rudiger, Christensen, Aspilicueta, Thiago. They're all really good on the ball. I'm not saying Zuma's bad, but he's not that ball playing centre back. Do you know what I mean? He's a strong player, last ditch tackles, really good in the air. And listen, I still think he's a top quality centre back. If West Ham get him for 25 million, that's an absolute steal and a great signing. So I love Zuma as well. He's a great player to have in and around the squad. Great personality. But yeah, look, if we can get him in, get him out, and bring in Koundé, then I'm all for it, 100%.
Makes sense on it. A lot better signing, and another strong option if you play in the 3 at the back. Christensen, Rudiger, or even Thiago Silva and Koundé. That's 4 good options for them 3 places there, isn't it? Really, I guess. Big up Magic Bean saying up the Chelsea. We'll come to your other comment in a little bit when it comes to that game. Big shout out to Odd Bandit 96, Bandicoot 96. Sorry, I said evening, lads. Will we buy Tino back in a couple of years? No doubt about it.
Definitely.
Do you think?
Yeah, we will. 100%. 100%.
Another one for you, Jay. French journalist on Twitter said West Ham have okayed the deal for Zuma. Some good news for you there.
Bosh, let's get Kunde in now.
Let's do it. Keep your comments coming in. Keep liking and subscribing to the channel, guys. Like the video, share it. We like to keep growing the community. You know, we're a newish channel up on the come up. Glad that Jay's come on to come and share his thoughts on this weekend's fixtures with us. So the last one we did was obviously Newcastle and Southampton. So the next one that we're going to do is Norwich City v Leicester. Another 3 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this one, boys? I'll start with you, James, on this one.
I mean, Norwich are at home, aren't they? In terms of the kits, no clash of colours there. Joma as well. That's
old school.
Yeah,
I love that they've gone back to Lotus as well as a sponsor. That's a proper throwback. Yeah. The Lotus. That reminds me of 2005 when they had Dean Ashton as a striker. He scored that world against United. That's what that reminds me of. So it's a proper throwback. But yeah, go on.
It's no clash of colours there with the kits, so no issues there. Sometimes, for some reason, they'll still force the away side to play in their away colours when they don't need to, so that's good. I think I still fancy Leicester in this one. I'll go for an away side on this. I think that Norwich still trying to find their feet a little bit in terms of, I know they've got a style of play, but just in terms of playing at this level, again, I still think Norwich will be there or thereabouts in terms of relegation this season. And yeah, for me, Leicester, I'm going to say 3-1.
Cool. Jack?
You know what? I think we might see a bit more of Norwich in this game. Just going off what I saw of Leicester against West Ham. Obviously, you've got my boy Billy in there. But I don't think they've been using him all correctly. Well, listen, we got him scattered out everywhere in the Premier League. But I think Leicester will take it 2-0. I think they'll want to bounce back after their loss to West Ham. I think we might see a couple of the changes in their side. But yeah, I think that'd be too much, man. I don't know. I just don't see like this Norwich side just don't look. I don't know. There's just something about them, you know. Just when the side comes up, and you know, like every now and again when the side comes, you're like, yeah, they look like the battering boys, and they really do at the moment. As much as I do rate their manager, and they haven't got the worst side, it's just something ain't ticking for them right now. So yeah, I'll go over 2-0 Leicester.
Cool. Yeah, I think I agree with you guys. I think Leicester will be a bit too strong for Norwich. Like I said, you know, they've some decent signings. Billy Gilmore's obviously a great young player, going to have a big future in the game. They talk of looking to sign William Carvalho. I read today as well from Real Betis, which would be a good, you know, solid signing in their midfield. Brandon Williams, got an assist in midweek, didn't he, as well, I believe, in the Carabao Cup. So I think they've made some good signings. I think it's going to take them maybe 8 to 10 games to really get into a rhythm if they can try and avoid the drop. That's yet to be seen. But I think Leicester are strong all over the park. And, you know, like I said, they had that hiccup. The red card obviously didn't help on Monday night. And I think they'll have too much. I think they'll be a bit too strong for Norwich. Probably come out 2-1, 3-1 winners for me. Like you say, James, nice that they're both wearing their home shirts. No daft changes for no reason. Never really liked Norwich shirts, but I think the Joma, I'm coming around to Joma as a sponsor. Starting to like them a bit. No, I think they're all right. I wouldn't personally go and buy loads of the shirts, but if one was nice enough, I'd definitely. Jay's dropped out a little minute, so we'll. So reiterating, Norwich v Leicester is Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff. Happy that they're coming back throughout the fixture list, not just having one every week, because Manchester United didn't have one all last season, and that's my favourite kickoff time, 3 o'clock, especially going to games. Definitely prefer to go to a 3 o'clock kickoff. So let's get into the next game. 3 o'clock kickoff again. We're going to be looking at Brighton versus Everton, which I think could be a cracking game. Both teams seem to be playing pretty well, good form. James, what are we thinking on this one?
Yeah, believe it or not, 0-0 this last season at Brighton's
really?
ground. Do like the Everton away strip, actually. Is it their away or is it a third? Just wondering if Everton's away kit might be white.
Yeah, I think that might be the third, to be honest.
But it's quite nice. Is that an orange sash or red? But anyway.
I think it's orange. Hummel again.
Hummel, shout out to Hummel. I do like the black on black as well with the kit make there. But yeah, for me, good game. I'd quite like to watch Brighton games. I like the way they play. Win, lose or draw, they seem to have a style which is quite easy on the eye. Everton still finding their feet under Rafa, but I think good tactician in there is helping them out in terms of getting that sorted out for them. I think they lacked that a little bit previously. I am going to go for a home win. It's not going to be too much in it. I'm going to say maybe 1-0, 2-1 Brighton.
Jay, what we think on this one, buddy? I must say that kit is really nice. It is decent, to be fair. The orange and black go well nice. This is going to be a great game, to be fair. I do like Brighton. I like Potter. I think he's a great manager. Also, as well, with apparently Mbappe going Madrid, Richarlison's been linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain, and Everton have actually been linked with Mupé, who plays up front for Brighton. So, yeah, I think it'd be a really close game. I'm going to go with 1-1. I'm going to go with a score draw. I think it'd be a really tight game, but either side can nick it. But yeah, it's hard to kind of pick between the two, so I'm just going to go straight down the middle, 1-1.
Nice. So yeah, I'm just checking up. So that is the away kit. The third kit is white, with sort of a blue and yellow stripe down the center. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Not
really.
Yeah, I'm not. Doesn't really do much for me, that, unfortunately. But no, I think
it looks like a girl on a hen do with like the finger crosser, bride to be.
Crazy Kim on the back, yeah. I can imagine. I don't really like it, but no, I think it'll be a good game. I was impressed with Brighton. I watched a bit of them on last Saturday against Watford, 2-0 win. Bissouma, absolutely amazing. Just again reiterated how good he would be in Manchester United's midfield. Sorry to keep bringing it up, but yeah, they looked decent. Even Mopé played pretty well. Obviously got the second goal. Can see them calling. Yeah, very good side. But again, Rafa starting to have an influence on Everton. Really good performance against Leeds. I had Leeds down for winning that game, despite us giving them a bit of a spanking the week before. I could see a draw, maybe a 2-2, or if it's going to be a win, it could go either way. I think it just depends on those taking the chances on the day. But no, I think it could be a really decent fixture. That looking forward to watching that on Match of the Day, no doubt. So yeah, next fixture we're looking at. Let's have a look at this one then. We did Newcastle, we did that one. Yeah, so another 3:00 kickoff is West Ham and Crystal Palace, 3:00 down at the London Stadium. What are we thinking about this one then, boys? We'll start with you, Jay.
West Ham are going to spank them. that's I'm straight off the boat, 3-0 West Ham, mate. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Palace, I'm not really impressed with them. I think Vieira will probably get sacked by the end of the season. Obviously they got Gehi in from us. Gallagher actually played really well in midweek in the cup and at the weekend, but I just don't see any goals in their side. Obviously they're missing a couple of players. That what's his name, Lucy, whatever. What's his name, the young boy?
Yeah,
he's actually ex-Chelsea. Yeah, ex-Chelsea as well, academy. And then they obviously got Eze as well, who they're missing. Zaha these are the type of games you'd need him to turn up if you're a Palace fan. But West Ham look really strong at the moment, not going to lie. Antonio is bang on form. Ben Rama is bang on form. Fornals. I reckon, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go 3-0 West Ham. And by the way, both kits are atrocious.
James, you agree with the West Ham kit, don't you? Is he still there? Oh, he's stalled. He's having a nightmare tonight, James. I'll fill in while we get him back. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game, but I think it being a good game is West Ham giving Crystal Palace a bit of a spanking. I think they'll be solid.
Yep.
I think getting on the back of that the Leicester performance. Like I say, Antonio is doing some bits at the minute, playing out of his skin, and I think he could do some more damage to Crystal Palace. They're struggling for goals, and I think the thing that's gonna hurt Crystal Palace this season is so much upheaval. New manager, so many players leaving, and just probably some all right signings. Younger players getting more of a pivotal role in the team. But I think West Ham, they look great in a minute, and it could be a 3-0, could be a 2-0. I think can't see anything other than a West Ham win. I personally love that West Ham shirt. It reminds me of the 2001 Paolo Di Canio volley. I like it. Yeah, the Palace one just looks like any Palace away shirt to me. The home one's really nice.
Listen, give it stripes, and that's the Aston Villa kit, mate.
Yeah. But I like the nostalgia in it. That's what I like about it. It reminds me of back in 2001 and stuff. James, sorry, before you froze, what are you saying?
You know what? Funnily enough, this is the first live we've done. Previously, with the pre-records, no issues with the internet, and suddenly it keeps coming out. But anyway, we go on. So sorry about that. As Jay was saying, really, I think Vieira is probably going to get found out a little bit this season. It might just be a little bit too much too soon for him. You think he's taken over from Roy Hodgson, who's just, all right, very pragmatic in his approach, but tends to consistently keep teams up, which he did with Palace for a few years. Vieira's obviously he's in this transition period. A lot of players have gone out, but has he brought the quality in? Perhaps not. I will go with a West Ham win. Not as confident as Jay seemed to be with his prediction, but I'm going to say maybe 1-0, 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah, no, I agree. West Ham doing brilliantly. David Moyes, if he carries on the way he's going, could get another job at a big club. I think United might be looking for a manager at the end of the season, so you never know.
I can't believe you joke about that, Aaron. You said that's the darkest time of your whole support United.
I was there watching that whole season, so I can joke about it. I paid money to watch that, so I think I'm allowed to joke about it. So the next game, probably the biggest game of the weekend, one I know Jay's looking forward to. It is Liverpool versus Chelsea. Saturday, 5:30, Sky Sports. We've got to start with you, Jay, obviously. What's your thinking, brother?
Well, listen, it's the first time me going to Anfield as well. Never been before.
Good stadium. I've been there.
Oh, yeah. You
it's all right.
Say that.
It's all right.
It's in a shithole. But you know what? I'm actually confident going into this game. I'm looking forward to it because everyone's saying, "Oh, Van Dijk. Oh, we don't care about Lukaku. We got Van Dijk and all this." I honestly believe that Lukaku will give him his hardest test. It's not only that as well. We probably play Mason. We'll start Havertz or Werner. I think I've got a feeling Tuchel will probably play Werner tomorrow because he had a great game at Anfield last season because he can stretch the lines. And I think playing next to Lukaku, I think we might see the best of him with his pace in behind. I'm confident, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, obviously, Liverpool got their Salahs and whatnots, but I'm going to go with 1-0 Chelsea. I think we're really sturdy at the moment defensively. I think we don't look like conceding. I think that's been pretty much the whole case since Tuchel's come in. If you look at our Champions League run as well, we was really good. It's just we didn't have that second, third goal in most matches, whereas now we've got that number 9. I feel like against Arsenal and Palace, 3-0, 2-0, we probably was in second gear. We've still got another 3, 4, 5, get out to third, second, fourth and fifth gear. I think it would be too much for Liverpool tomorrow, and I'm actually confident going into it. But obviously, look, it's Liverpool, and you can't write them off.
No, definitely not. Not after the decent performance against Burnley. I say decent. They look vulnerable at the back, and I think that's something that you will definitely look to hit them on. Definitely, and the attacking talent you've got in a minute, Mount, Havertz, feeding it into Lukaku, and I think a lot of people are saying that Lukaku's going to pin himself on Matip. I see him actually going for Van Dijk. I think he wants that challenge, and to show that he's the best striker, one of the best strikers in the
Spot
world.
on. Yeah,
And I think he's going to relish that, and I think he's going to actually go for Van Dijk. Especially, it's like saying, Van Dijk's come back looking great after 10 months out. You don't actually know until he gets a proper test. You don't know where he is, and I think Lukaku could obviously give him that huge test tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a massive game and great one to watch. I think it's hard to call. I know Chelsea go in Boyd, great result against Arsenal, and I would put you slight favourites, but I think these games, especially this season, are going to be so close, and you two teams, us and City, are all going to be vying for the league, I think, and they're going to come down to small margin these games, and one mistake could be the game. So struggle to make a score prediction. I want to sit on the fence, but I think it's going to be a great game. James,
I just quickly looked up actually the head-to-head between Tuchel and Klopp. 14 times in head-to-heads. Klopp's won 9, drawn 3, and lost 2. But I wouldn't really read too much into that, to be honest. I think last year the fixture Chelsea won 1-0. I just think Tuchel tactically is just it's why I consider Chelsea to be the favourites this year. I just think tactically he's just spot on with everything. Like you, Aaron, people will have to pull the splinters out my ass. I'm going to sit on the fence with it. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm definitely going to watch it. It's going to be a great game either way. I'm going to say a draw. If I had to edge, if you had to sort of force me to say who's going to win it, I probably will say Chelsea. And that's not just because Jay's here as a guest. It's just because.
Oh, he's gone again.
I think
he's having a mess.
Tactically too.
I know he's stressed by the way.
Oh, he's back.
I have that stress as well, man. Trust me.
You get any of that?
I think you was in and out. You was having a bit of a mare again. I don't know what's going on tonight. Don't know what's going on.
I'll say a draw. I'll say a draw.
A draw. Oh yeah, okay.
Thanks to them stats, by the way, on the managers. I didn't know that. But then Guardiola had a really good record against Tuchel and then lost 3 on the bounce. So hopefully he does something similar with old Jurgen.
Hope so. I think it'll be a good game. I think it's going to be a very good game. Just before, obviously, we move on, there's a couple of things on Chelsea. There's a comment come in. So Manic Bean saying VVD or Lukaku tomorrow, who's going to win?
R9, bro. The big R9.
You think?
Yeah, bro. Come on.
I seem to remember Lukaku at Old Trafford, sort of, it was a Mourinho tactic, but he pinned himself on, was it Trent Alexander?
Yeah.
And was winning all the headers in the air. I mean, I think like you guys were saying, he probably will be more of a central focal point, but I'm just going to enjoy that. I think it's going to be a great battle either way. I think it's going to be possibly down to fitness. Who's got the legs towards the end of the game is going to be a mistake in anyone that Lukaku can perhaps take advantage of from Van Dijk, something like that.
No, I think I agree. I think it'll be a good battle. Whoever he pins himself against, you can see he's got a bit between his teeth, Lukaku, and he wants to show that he's not that player that left United. So I can definitely see him making some defenses pay this season, just to show that he's not what people thought he was. Liverpool v Chelsea, Saturday, 5:30 kickoff, Sky Sports. Jay's going to be there, absolutely buzzing. You'll be all right, mate. If you've never been to Anfield, they only sing for the first 30 seconds, and then it's all the away fans, mate. It's all the away fans. The dead.
I'll be singing through. You never walk alone. That's for sure. Don't worry. Chelsea.
Yeah, it's hard to hear through that. But after that, you sing what you want, mate, because there's nothing else going on. You don't bother. So great one to look forward to. Definitely. The next game we've got, moving over to the Sunday games. First one up is Burnley v Leeds, Sunday 2 p.m. It's on Sky Sports. So should we go with James? What are you thinking on this one, mate?
Last year's fixture, Leeds won 4-0. That's the thing with Leeds. We knew that from last season anyway. They can either thump you 4-0 or get beat 4-0. It's just the way that they play. Burnley, shout out to Burnley for, was it last weekend or the weekend before, and the squad numbers were all 1 to 11.
Last week against Liverpool, last weekend,
which is proper old school. Love to see it. No clash of colours here again when we're talking about the kits. I'm not going to back Leeds, am I? I'm going to back Burnley. I'm going to say 1-0 Burnley.
You going for Burnley? You say?
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
I'm not. You know what? I think Leeds will edge it. I do think, but you know what? Burnley are a hard team to play against at Turf Moor, aren't they? So I'll go at 2-1 Leeds. I think. By the way, I don't mind Leeds' kit. I think it's decent.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because they could wear the home shirt, being they wear all white. Don't know why they've not done that. Obviously, I imagine the shorts are going to be blue, so they could have worn blue shorts. So that's annoyed me a little bit. It's one little bugbear.
Get on the phone, Aaron. Get on the phone.
You know what, mate? I wish I worked at the Premier League.
FA.
Burnley kit. You know, could like we said before, could be West Ham, could be Villa, could be Scunthorpe. Pretty much all at the same. But no, I think it'll be a good game. I think I see Leeds winning this one. I think Leeds buoyed from that. You know, even it was a point, that first game with fans back at Ellen Road. Really surprised that wasn't on TV last week. And there was a 3 o'clock kickoff. I think Leeds being back home after 16 years, 17 years in front of fans would have been great TV. So I think Leeds might kick on now and start to prove. Burnley were good against Liverpool. Watch that game.
They were.
Liverpool were quite lucky on a few occasions that Burnley didn't score, which might have changed the flow of the game. But it'll be a tough game. I just see Leeds maybe edging it on this one, but it'll be a good game nonetheless. I think two good teams, Brexit FC and obviously Bielsa's men. Should be a great spectacle. The next game we've got coming up on a Sunday, same time as the Leeds game, Spurs v Watford. Not on TV, this one. Jay, what are your thoughts on this fixture, mate?
That Tottenham kit is absolutely disgraceful. It looks like bog roll.
Seems like Arsenal's strong then, doesn't it? What do we think of Tottenham?
Yeah, literally shit. But no, honestly, I think Tottenham win this 2-0. Harry Kane will be back in the side, probably get a goal. But you just don't know. Watford could cause an upset. These are the type of games where you expect Tottenham to go out and win 2-0, and Watford could turn up and take the game to them. They was really good on the opening day, weren't they? 3-2 against Villa.
Yeah.
But they can leak goals, and I do expect Tottenham to win this 2-0. And as for Watford's kit, it just reminds me of bees. Don't know, it's just proper, innit? Proper Hornets, bees. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. And I think they're in the process of changing the crest because it's got. Is it? I don't even know what it is. It's on there. It's not a deer, is it? It's like a stag of some sort.
Yeah, a stag. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're looking to change it so it actually does have a hornet on. But yeah, both Tottenham's kit doesn't change much under Nike. White, red logo. Just plain boring, isn't it? Really, I guess. But at least it's not that away kit because that's 10 times worse. Watford, decent kit in it. Kelme, I like seeing Kelme in the Premier League.
I was just looking that up because I couldn't make it out, but I've never even heard of them, to be honest. Kelme
do a lot of Spanish teams. They did Madrid in the 90s. Still do a lot of Spanish teams now. So I like to see it over here. I think it's a decent manufacturer. I agree with you, Jay. You expect Spurs to win this one. Probably a bit of confidence from the Europa Conference League game yesterday. But they could very well end up drawing or losing this game if Watford play the cards right. Great performance. If Sarr turns up, they've got some decent players. Could be a decent game.
Scored a great goal
against Villa. Yeah, he did. Yeah, great goal. So it could end up a Watford win. It's hard pressed to say. It just depends on what Spurs want to play, really. I know Nuno's got playing a little bit better. But yeah, it just depends, as always, with Spurs, which one turns up. James, what's your thinking on this fixture?
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page, really, with this one. Just like I said, I'm not a fan of that Watford kit. But yeah, I think we're all on the same page. Spurs, strong favourites. Kane back in the team. I would, if I had to put money on it, I'd say Spurs. You never know with Watford. They might nick something. I would say win for Spurs or a draw.
Nice. Yeah, one thing about that Watford kit, I think it's the sponsor logo too big and black.
Yeah.
It looks a bit off. Okay, so the final game of the weekend, the one me and James are probably looking forward to most, Wolves v Manchester United, Sunday 4:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. Yeah, what we think. I will stick with you, James, as you're wearing similar attire to the kit. What are you thinking about United's game on Sunday?
I'm seeing a lot of United fans saying this could be a draw, and I think that's probably based on the Southampton performance. Tonight's news might buoy them, might spur them on a little bit. Bit of a sort of morale boost within the team. Obviously, I would like to see us win it. I think Wolves will be a tough game. I think the saving grace for us is the fact that they're at home, so they'll have to try and play a little bit, and that plays into Ollie's hands. We know what Ollie likes to do; he likes to catch teams on the break. I'm going to say 2-1 to United. We tend to concede. I'd like to see Varane start. Whether he will or not, I don't know. But I'm going to say 2-1 United.
Cool. Jay?
5-0 Wolves. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I think you boys will win it. I think it could be a draw. I don't really like the Man United kit. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, just tin foil or something. Don't know what's going on there. But I think you'll win 2-0, clean sheet. Yeah, look, that is just. Is that the same kit? Yeah.
This is the original. This is the original.
I thought you pulled a zebra out of somewhere. Then flipping out. But I expect you boys to win. But yeah, you could listen. If you play that you did against Southampton, you don't take your chances when you are in full control of the game, like you was for about half an hour at St Mary's, where you should have been about 2-3-0 up. Then the game starts. I think with you boys, I think the later the game gets and you're not winning, it starts to get harder. But yeah, I do expect your players to have a lift with the Ronaldo news. But yeah, I'll go 2-0 Man United.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm not happy that we're wearing the away kit. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it is. I think, as I said on our last episode, I think United's free kits are the best we've had under Adidas for a long time. But I know.
Actually, wait, can I just say one thing quickly? Actually,
yeah,
I've actually just realised what it is. You remember back in the day when your TV started going all fuzzy?
It does. It does a bit. I'll give you that. But no, yeah. Like I was saying, see, James, I said it again. We had a conversation, me and James. I keep saying, but no, yeah, I need to stop saying that. It's winding me up. So, as I was saying, United have previously worn their home shirt against Wolves when they played at Molineux, and vice versa when they've been at Old Trafford. So I'm not too sure why the rules keep changing. Whether it's, we don't need to wear black shorts. So I'm not sure why we keep changing the kit. It does annoy me a little bit. But I do like this kit. Nice to see it get its first run out in the league. It means we've won all 3 kits in the first 3 games. A lot of this game depends on Ollie's thinking and the team he puts out today. I think Wolves have changed the way they play under the new manager. A lot more attacking. Traore's coming from the left now. Trincão's coming from the right. So it proves new challenges for Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, because I know Luke Shaw's had Traore in his pocket in previous games. So it depends on how Ollie wants to play it. I imagine we're going to play on the counter-attack. I imagine he's going to sit back, soak up the pressure, and just go to hit them on the break. So I could very much see a front three of Martial, Greenwood, and Sancho. I think Varane has to start. Ollie said he was fit before the Southampton game. Said him and Sancho were both fit. Neither of them started. He has to start them now. I think it's getting to that point where we spent 100 million on them. Get him in the team as quick as possible. Definitely before the international break. The midfield's going to be a tricky one. Obviously, no McTominay. I think Fred, after his performance on Sunday, can't start. I expect to maybe see Matic and Pogba in the midfield with Bruno ahead of him. But I'm hoping we can go and make a real statement of intent in this game. We've always found it tricky against Nuno's Wolves. A lot of draws, 1-0 scrappy wins. I'd like us to go and actually put in a great performance and get a 2-3-0 here and put a marker down that we can go to these places and get good results and start to climb, because as I've previously said on many occasions, these first 6 fixtures for Manchester United are so important on how we're going to go into the rest of the season and if we're going to mount a title charge. Because if we drop any more points, and City and Chelsea and Liverpool are accumulating points ahead of us, we're going to find it tricky when it comes to January and February to be catching them up. So I'm hoping more than expecting a massive United win. I just hope he's learned from Sunday and we can go and give him a bit of a spanking. That would be a nice end to what's been a start of a nice weekend for United fans.
And break the record as well for away fixtures.
Well, yes, I'm just hoping he doesn't go for the draw. It's 1-1 with 70 minutes, and he just sits back so we can break that record, because I don't want that trophy coming on off a draw. Do you know what I mean? So just have a quick look at the table. I'll move that. So it's very early, obviously. Not something you want to be looking at after two sort of fixtures, but West Ham top after their great win on Monday.
I think that bottom 3 settled already. Decided.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd love it.
If that was the bottom 3, I'd be very happy with that. I'll be honest with you. But no, a lot will change over this weekend with some of them fixtures, I would imagine. But no, that's the weekend's fixtures. Let us know in the comments what games you're watching and what score predictions. Jay, it's been sick having you on, mate. I appreciate you being on the first strip down. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, man. No, it's been proper good, man. I really enjoyed it. You boys got a good thing going, and I'll always come on again and always support your boys' channel as well, man. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
Appreciate that, boy. Yeah, you can come on anytime on the strip down, and we'll definitely do a full Talking Kit episode with you, mate. Get you involved in that 100%. Do you want to give yourself a shout out where you are, what people can see you on, where you live?
Yeah, CFCJ_ on Twitter. Obviously, the host on the Blue Wave. And obviously, we come under Never a Foul on YouTube as well. So drop us a subscribe. And hopefully, when we play Man United next, I'll get you boys on the channel as well. You can come on for a little preview and review or something. We'll get it sorted.
100%. Shout out to Never a Foul. Obviously, I'm a part of Trafford Tunnel. I was on there earlier today. Hopefully, me and James doing a little summit on there ourselves, a new little show, something in the works. But no, shout out everyone that's watched, that's commented. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a new show from Talking Kit. James, do you want to say anything before we go?
No, nothing. I think you've covered everything, Aaron. But yeah, no, it was great to have you on, Jay. And
appreciate it.
We'll have plenty more of these in the future for everyone.
Yeah, so I think the next one that we'll do will be the 10th of September. Obviously, there's an international break now, so we'll have a bit of a break. We'll come back. I think it's worked well. Something to keep around. Bit of a different take on checking out your weekend's fixtures. So yeah, keep it Talking Kit, and we'll see you again on the strip down.